Some of the best avenues for healing division include art, theater, and music because these are the universal languages that bring us together. And they carry the themes for a project called Out of Darkness.
Out of Darkness, Holocaust Messages for Today is a community-wide project promoting awareness of intolerance and racial tension. Through music and art, lectures and movies, dance and exhibits, we learn from the past. Out of Darkness events happen locally at museums, on stage, theaters, at schools, gardens, and libraries.
So that's a little what it's about, and I'm going to introduce right now to you Ernesto Estigarribia, conductor of the Quad City Symphony Orchestra, and Michelle Hargrave from the Figge Art Museum to talk about everything that you're both doing as part of this. What a big project, isn't it? And a beautiful thing, Ernesto. I know that you love it.
I love it. And this is a project that Alan Ross and I started. And if you know Alan Ross from the Jewish Federation of the Quad Cities, he's like a magnet.
The man is a force of nature.
He is.
Has been here in the Quad Cities for many, many decades, Ernesto. I'm glad you're working with him. Yeah. So let's talk about, well, let's skip to Michelle, okay? So we're going to go back and forth a little bit. Michelle, the Figge has this exhibit up right now. So what are we going to see here, and how does that tie into the Holocaust stories?
Absolutely. So we have an exhibition, and we'll be doing 2 programs as part of this community-wide initiative. And the exhibition features the work of 3 artists who use imagery to confront this really deplorable and horrific time in our history. The artists focus on the Holocaust, but also have messages for today, and they're hoping that to inspire us to combat racism, intolerance, hatred, and violence.
Yes, and those are the hallmarks of what happened during the Holocaust. As we look at these images, Michelle, some of them seem dark, and then some of them have more lightness to them. So this isn't, if you're thinking you're going to go to this exhibit feeling down, it's uplifting in a special way, isn't it?
Absolutely. And so one of the artists, for example, while also referencing the Holocaust, wanted people to find the courage to confront hatred rather, and violence. Another, his work wants people who are mourning to find peace. He also emphasizes what we as humans all have in common despite our different backgrounds. And another is providing, she is referencing the isolation that we all felt during COVID. So again, something that we all experience.
Yes, and looking toward the light is what this opera is about that you're part of, Ernesto. This particular thing tells the story, the true stories of Holocaust survivors.
Yes, the title of the opera is To Remain, and it's the story of 2 survivors and all the psychological things that they went through, not only during the Holocaust, but also as survivors. Many of us consider survivors heroes, but a lot of them, I should say, don't consider themselves heroes, and they have survivor's guilt and survivor's remorse. And this opera beautifully portrays all of that, and does it in a very positive way, I should say. So really bringing out of darkness, bringing light.
That's what just is so magical about music. And art as well, all of these forms of creativity, because they touch us in a special place that can't be touched any other way.
That is right, and we all learned about the Holocaust reading books and studying history, but the beauty of art is it really shows you what it was, and shows you all the things and the feelings and the sentiments that go along with that.
Right, and that's the human experience, right?
That is correct.
That's what connects us all, for all time. It doesn't matter when things happened. We're trying to preserve for the future a hope, and that's what these events bring out. So the opera, so what's going on with your part, with the Quad City Symphony Orchestra then, Ernesto? So
the opera is going to be presented at the Brunner Theater in the campus of the Augustana College. I'm working with Shelley Cooper, professor at Augustana College, who will be doing the stage direction of the opera. I'm the music director of the opera, so we collaborate in that aspect, and we're having a very impressive roster of singers and actors.
Yes, and they're so very talented. And what is the performance dates?
The performance will be on Saturday, October 22nd.
Okay, the 22nd.
The
okay.
22nd.
And then the other thing for you, Michelle, is that this exhibit goes through January 15, Artists Remembered. Yes. And then one other aspect that you had as well, Michelle?
So we're offering 2 programs. On October 20th, Ernesto will be speaking with the composer Jake Heggie, and that'll be over Zoom, so you can register the Figgies website. And then on November 17th, we're offering a collaboration, or a program rather, that's in collaboration with Midwest Writing Center and QC Pride. And it's a spoken word event, and so anyone can participate. They just need to submit a poem to Midwest Writing Center that should be no more than 3 minutes in length, and it should emphasize community, compassion, understanding, and goodwill.
That's everything we want, right? And if you go to the website outofdarknessqc.com, there are many events taking place. You can learn about all of that there, and everything that they're doing to bring this hope and light in the Quad Cities. And Michelle and Ernesto, you're such a big part of it. What a privilege for us to have you here.
The privilege is ours.
Thank you so much.
Thank you both. You did a great job. Beautiful.